Hey and welcome to the Daily Man United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Manchester United forward Mason Greenwood remanded in custody. Manchester United forward Mason Greenwood appeared at Manchester and Salford Magistrates Court after being charged with attempted rape, assault occasioning actual bodily harm, and controlling and coercive behavior. As reported in The Athletic, Greenwood has been remanded in custody until November 21st, when he will appear in front of Manchester Crown Court to continue trial. After being found guilty of continuously breaking his bail conditions, the judge decided to not grant Greenwood freedom until the above court date. Greenwood appeared in front of the court in a grey tracksuit and had his family in attendance for support. United have remained relatively tight-lipped on the situation throughout, releasing statements on the day of the arrest on his bail release and then further comment on October 15. United confirmed that Greenwood would not train with the club until further notice on the day of arrest, then commented further on February 2nd, condemning any actions of this nature. Manchester United reiterates its strong condemnation of violence of any kind. As previously communicated, Mason Greenwood will not train with or play for the club until further notice, they said. The latest communication came last Saturday, October 15, where the club said Manchester United notes that criminal charges have been brought against Mason Greenwood by the Crown Protection Service. He remains suspended by the club pending the outcome of the judicial process. Now, after formally suspending Greenwood, the club can only play him under these conditions for 14 days, in line with the terms of the standard Premier League contract. Greenwood has not featured for United since his arrest in January. His last appearance came in a 1-0 victory against West Ham at Old Trafford, 8 days before his arrest. The England player was on his way to becoming the latest star of the United conveyor belt after starting his career in a blistering fashion, racking up over 100 games for United by the age of 20. Whilst the court will ultimately decide his fate, it would be a huge surprise to see Greenwood feature for the club again, and any future in the game is looking increasingly unlikely. Anthony, in emotionally moving act that left disabled fans' mother in tears. Manchester United winger left a disabled fan's mother in tears after his interaction with the young supporter. Anthony was part of United's player contingent that attended Dream Day, an event organized by the club's charity wing. During the event, according to the Mirror, Anthony spent a considerable amount of time talking and interacting with a young disabled supporter. This is despite the Brazilian's English not being as good. Beyond talking with the United fan, Anthony, in an extraordinary show of kindness and warmth, went to his car, retrieved his much-worn shirt from the win against Everton where he scored, and gifted to the lucky fan. The 22-year-old jester is said to have left the child's mother in tears. This fresh news will only serve to endear Anthony to supporters even further, who have already fallen in love with him since his arrival at Old Trafford. The former Ajax winger has wasted no time in familiarizing himself with the league and the style of play at his new club. He already has 3 goals, but fans have taken to him due to his willingness to always take his man on and persistence to make things happen even when the team is in a tough position. Beyond Anthony, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lisandro Martinez and David De Gea were also present at the charity event that was arranged for fans suffering from serious illness. Glenn Johnson believes England fans will not want to see Manchester United defender Harry Maguire start at World Cup. Former Premier League defender Glenn Johnson believes England fans will not want to see Manchester United centre-back Harry Maguire start at the World Cup. Maguire has not had the best of seasons under Erik ten Hag. The defender has lost his space in the Old Trafford side's starting 11, and the 29-year-old has been on the sidelines since the international break. Speaking on bettingodds.com, Johnson, who used to play for Chelsea and Liverpool, feels Maguire will not instill hope in the Three Lions fans. I don't think there will be many England fans out there hoping he starts. I think you kind of have to take him, but he is not going to fill anyone with confidence if he is playing in a back four, said Johnson. While our captain has fallen out of favour at United, Gareth Southgate still seems to trust him. The centre-back was included in the recent England squad to face Italy and Germany in the UEFA Nations League. Maguire started both games for Southgate's team. However, the 29-year-old was poor, especially against Die Mannschaft, and the defender also picked up an injury in the thrilling 3-3 draw against Hansi Flick's team. Even though Maguire has lost his place in the Red Devils' starting lineup, Southgate is still expected to take him to Qatar. However, England fans feel there are better options than the 29-year-old for the Three Lions to choose. Erik ten Hag confirms Manchester United star Anthony Martial will miss Spurs game. Erik ten Hag has confirmed that Manchester United forward Anthony Martial will miss their upcoming game against Tottenham. Martial was unavailable for Manchester United against Newcastle after suffering a nearly injury against Everton the week before. The French forward has been in impressive form this season despite his injuries, and Ten Hag has now confirmed that he will once again be watching from the stands. Speaking to the club's official site ahead of the pre-match press conference for today's Premier League match, the boss said, Anthony Martial is not available. With Eriksen, we have to wait. He was just on the pitch. We have to see how he recovers from that, and then we will make a decision. The boss was asked for his response to the fact that the club has been charged with failing to control the players after complaining about Ronaldo's disallowed goal on Sunday against Newcastle. I don't think it was too strong. I don't think they were really aggressive, but I don't see what happened on the pitch exactly as I was too far away, he said. There was a touch from the Newcastle player, quite clear, and I went to the referee to ask about it. First of all, I want to express we always accept the referee's decision, but it's also quite normal to ask why in the moment. It was a curious incident. You ask as a team why, but finally, and quite clear, you have to accept it. We have to know our role, but it's also about professional football. So when it's a decision like this, and it was quite obvious a player touched the ball from Newcastle, our players took advantage of it to ask why. The manager also said he felt there was no issue regarding Ronaldo being unhappy to be subbed in the game, as long as it is in quite a normal way, no problem with that, Ten Hag said. Cristiano Ronaldo was given a rare start against Newcastle last time out, so it will be interesting to see if he is once again chosen to lead the line against Tottenham. David De Gea reflects on the love he feels from Manchester United fans. David De Gea has reflected on the support from Manchester United fans as he celebrates his landmark 500 appearance for the club. De Gea hit the milestone during United's clash with Newcastle on October 16 at Old Trafford and was awarded a commemorative plate by Sir Alex Ferguson, who signed the Spaniard from Atletico Madrid in 2011 before kick-off. The 31-year-old has played a crucial role between the sticks for the Red Devils throughout his 11 years stay in Manchester. He is one of only two players, along with Cristiano Ronaldo, to have played under Sir Alex, which is perhaps why he has maintained such a strong connection with the fans. He is one constant in an ever-changing United team. De Gea feels the connection with the United supporters. He spoke of his connection with Red Devils supporters to MUTV, saying, "It's a massive part of the club for sure. The fans, especially when we play at home and even away, the fans are amazing, and when we travel far from here, you still feel the love from the fans. For sure, we have one of the best fans in the world. Even when things are not in the best way, they keep helping the team, shooting us and supporting us. That's massive for us." Regarding which moments stood out between himself and supporters, he added, "When they shoot my name at Old Trafford or aways, it's unbelievable. The feeling is difficult to describe, but we have amazing fans." Barcelona midfielder Frenkie de Jong unlikely to be pursued by Manchester United in January. Manchester United are unlikely to pursue Barcelona midfielder Frenkie de Jong in the January transfer window. Gianluca Di Marzio does not believe the Red Devils will go after the Holland international in the winter window. United tried to sign de Jong in the summer of 2022. However, a move did not end up materializing. The 25-year-old was not keen on moving to Manchester. In the end, the Old Trafford side opted to buy Casemiro, and speaking to Watfronet, Di Marzio feels the arrival of the Brazilian from Real Madrid will hinder United from getting de Jong in January. After they bought Casemiro, I don't think that can happen in January because they spent a lot of money on Casemiro and the players are similar. I think it's unlikely they can spend another £70 million or £100 million on de Jong, so I don't think that can happen in January, said Di Marzio. Casemiro signed for the Red Devils in the recent transfer window for £70 million, and the 30-year-old has come with the pedigree of being one of the best defensive midfielders in the game. However, de Jong is a different profile of player to Casemiro. The 25-year-old is capable of playing in the box-to-box position as well as the pivot. De Jong is also a quality player on the ball. The Holland international has previously also played under Ten Hag at Ajax. Now, with Vigach's reporting that they would be willing to pay €80 million to bring him to Old Trafford, it remains to be seen whether the Red Devils manage to sign him in the winter or next summer. Joao Felix looking for move from Atletico Madrid amidst links to Manchester United. Atletico Madrid forward Joao Felix is looking for a move away from the La Liga outfit in an apparent boost to Manchester United. The 22-year-old's agent Jorge Mendes is looking for a move for his client in 2023. The Red Devils were linked with Felix in the recent transfer window. However, a deal between the Old Trafford side and Los Rojiblancos never materialized, and now the forward is unhappy with his situation under Diego Simeone. The reality is that on Atletico Madrid's side, they insist Joao Felix is not for sale and a key player for Atletico Madrid, but the reality is that on the player's side, with agent Jorge Mendes, they are trying and exploring the market to find some potential solutions for 2023, the report reads. The Portugal international joined Atletico in the summer of 2019 from Benfica. Fans had high expectations from the 22-year-old. However, the forward has been underwhelming for the Spanish giants. In recent weeks, Felix has struggled to get into Atletico's starting lineup. The 22-year-old has featured in 12 games this season for Atletico in all competitions. The Portuguese has started 7 times and has managed only 3 assists this campaign. Simeone kept Felix on the bench during their crunch tie against Club Brugge in the Champions League. The game ended in a 0-0 draw, with now Los Rojiblancos on the brink of exit from the group stage. Felix is an exciting youngster who has not been able to make a mark in Spain, thus it remains to be seen whether United will take a chance at signing the 22-year-old. Rafael Leao said to be offered a new AC Milan contract. Manchester United have identified AC Milan forward Rafael Leao as a legitimate target for the upcoming transfer windows. A report emerged recently that indicated that United have Leao on their list, with Erik ten Hag a big admirer of the Portuguese. So strong is ten Hag's interest in the 23-year-old dynamic attacker that the Dutch boss sent scouts to watch him in the Champions League against Chelsea alongside United. Chelsea are also keen on the Portugal international. However, according to Italian journalist and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, the 20-time English champions could be dealt an early blow even before negotiations begin. As per Romano, the player could be in line for fresh terms at the San Siro, with the Rossoneri looking to keep interested parties like United away from their gem. Romano reports AC Milan board will meet with his father to discuss about the contract situation. There will be a new proposal in the next days. Current deal expires in 2024, €150 million release clause. Romano also quoted AC Milan director of football Frederic Massara, who said that the Serie A giants were extremely confident in arriving at an agreement with the player and his entourage. Leao has been in fine form for his club this campaign. In 9 games in Italy's top flight, the former Lille star has 4 goals and as many assists. Should he somehow be available in the market come next summer, the Red Devils should try their best to be ahead of the queue for his signature. At his age, he is already one of the most powerful and lethal attackers in Europe. He will also only get better. I will be uploading daily Man United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.